the first movie on the track, it said like it was like some superhero movie, right? But it lied to me. It was not a superhero movie. It was G-Force. With the superpowered
Let's
hamster.
go, G-Force!
I was like halfway through the bottle. I was like, do I stop? Do I keep going?
No.
And I was like,
Never stop.
well, I mean, I was like, well, I'm already here. Like, I can't waste the bottle. So.
An ally has been slain.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Full-INT Podcast. I'm Booher Dragon, along with my awesome, friendly host, Richard.
Utran, otherwise known as Torchbearer. What's up?
Exactly.
Long
We're
time
back.
no talk or record. It's been like
Feels
what, a month?
good.
Yeah.
Feels right. It's
Yeah.
been, well, I mean, unless you count before the Nika episode 2, then it's like a month and a half
Yeah, month and a half, something like
of
that.
downtime.
But now we're back. So hopefully
We're back.
we can make some good content, and talk about our shit, and just catch up. This is gonna be more of a unscripted episode because Brandon and I haven't even talked that much off camera, so might as well
That's
just
true.
record it and set everything up on the internet.
It's because life is hard.
Yeah, life is hard. Shit gets busy, but you want to tell the viewers about it,
about-
Booher?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't like telling them anything.
All right. Yeah, you guys get to know nothing. Pod over. Peace late.
Let's see. So, I think I already told about on the pod how I was doing graphic design and then I got laid off from that job.
Mhm.
I think that's already updated on the pod.
Yeah.
Essentially, got a new job. Working out, I'm following the great and old footsteps of my favorite anime character, Cranky.
Mhm.
And I've become a Starbucks barista.
Mhm.
I'm liking it. It's good. Definitely chaotic. Definitely chaotic.
Yeah.
I've been working there a lot, doing a lot. I've gotten promoted up to essentially assistant manager, and I've done a bunch of new certifications and training. I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. One of the things I didn't like about my last job, I didn't get to talk to people in my last job. I kind of showed up and dipped. Said good morning to everyone, and then said see you later when I left, and that was it. I'll talk to some people sometimes when there were questions or concerns about a certain project I was working on, and there were some projects that were very collaborative where I had to like manage a team or I was part of a team where we had to like work very closely with each other. But then when we weren't on those projects, it was like very lonely because then I was just like in my own world. So yeah, the biggest thing I'm liking about my new job is that I get to talk to people, meet new cool people. Like the other day, I talked to someone that worked on Mortal Kombat 11. He worked at an art house and does contract work for video game companies, which is essentially what I want to do, end game. So it's really cool, and I get to meet other more popular people. Obviously, I live in Vegas, so sometimes I'll run into more popular people than if you were like in Kentucky.
Yeah. I don't
But
imagine Wisconsin or
cool.
Kentucky or Alaska have their fair share of celebrities like
I don't think
Vegas
they
does.
expect John Cena to just be walking in. I haven't seen John Cena, but
I mean, but even if he did walk in, you wouldn't be able to see him. So who knows?
That's very true.
Yeah.
No, it's really cool. I mean, I'm the type of person, whatever job I'm doing, I try to like take pride in it and like do my best and stuff. So there's little nuances that I'm finding that I like. I mean, obviously, it's kind of funny because my last job is what got me into coffee. Because before then, I was like never really into coffee. But then at my graphics job, I was drinking coffee like every day. So then that's when I kind of like became a connoisseur
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And now working at a Starbucks, I've realized I regret buying my coffee machine, and which is right there. It's right there. And I should have just bought an espresso machine because there's so much more that you can do with espresso.
Yeah.
But I mean that's that. I'm trying to think. It's really cool. I mean, it's a lot of work. Like I've been doing a lot of work. I've actually gone 3 days off, which I was surprised about. That does not happen.
Yeah,
But it's
I
cool.
mean,
I'm
you've been
happy.
hella busy at Starbucks. Like, I haven't even seen you offline in like for a fair bit of time. Like, it's a couple of weeks.
I mean, I haven't had time to like game
Yeah.
or get on Discord. because literally I just wake up, I get Asian bonged. No,
Asian
because I
bong.
literally
What?
I get Asian bong. That's what the is.
Oh, okay.
It's the Asian bong.
Yeah.
No, not like a bong.
Nah, you're just fucking ripping one. You're like,
That's what I'm doing
time
in
to
the
go off to work.
downtime.
Yeah.
No, so it's been like a couple of different things. So like mostly, um, I'm planning on moving out at some point
Mm-hmm.
relatively soon. So like doing research on that and like looking at different places around me, hanging out with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But then like that's all I've had time for. Like literally just waking up, going to work,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably go to sleep or maybe hop on my new virtual reality stuff for like 30 minutes.
Wait, bring it out, bring it out. You can't just tease it like that. You just like limp T-Rex clawed at it.
It's right here.
There
Oh
you
God,
go.
Something's gonna fall. Something's gonna fall. It's right here.
Let's go. Let us know. Let us
And I
know.
have to
Flex a
reach-
little bit. What you got?
It's the Meta Quest. I mean, it's not a flex though. It's the Meta Quest 2. It's the most affordable / bang for your buck.
Yeah.
VR headset. I moved the racing sim. I'm rearranging my entire room, so everything's a mess. But I got a racing sim set up too. That's the cockpit. I have a hanger on it. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I've been trying to also like a couple of different things. I've been trying to like reconnect with some of my IRL friends a little more, just because, like, I kind of when I started getting busier, I had to like pick my like priorities and like I should say like that they aren't a priority. I shouldn't say that. It's like I just don't have time for like anything, right? So then I kind of like lost all my friends, online and IRL. So I'm trying to reconnect with them, doing some stuff with them. I'm having a lot of fun, because I'll just talk to them for like an hour, like every other day or like once in every 3 days, which is a lot more than nothing.
Yeah.
So it's cool just catching up with them, seeing what's going on. I've also been doing more computer projects. Like obviously I built this computer and I've found I think I have an addiction. Because then I re-put Skarner back together in a different case, and then I have another computer project that I'm working on.
Yeah.
So might have an issue.
I mean, you're like fucking Donatello. You do machines. Just run around.
I don't do machines.
Yeah, you do machines. You have computer 1, computer 2,
Machines don't do
VR. He does machines, everybody. He loves Transformers a little bit too much, alright?
Oh, too much. I found out I actually like Red Bull
Oh, really?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like not the normal Red Bull, like the flavored ones are actually kind of good.
Yeah.
But because I've never really liked energy drinks,
Mm-hmm.
like ever,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. But I've been trying like the flavored Red Bulls and like mixing them with drinks and stuff and like all kinds of crazy stuff. It's really cool. They're
Yeah.
actually pretty good. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored by Red Bull. I mean, I remember the first time I had an energy drink. It was like a Mountain Dew, like fucking like one of like the light blue Mountain Dew things, and I was like, oh, it's a soda, like it's a new flavor. I was like, this soda tastes funny. It's powerful, but why? And I just kept on drinking it. I was like, why? What's this aftertaste? Why is it so powerful? I feel like I have a lot of energy to finish this project. That's crazy. I didn't know I was sensitive to caffeine. Oh, it's an energy drink. And I was like halfway through the bottle. I was like, do I stop? Do I keep going?
No.
And I was like,
Never stop.
well, I mean, I was like, well, I'm already here. Like, I can't waste the bottle. So I just stared at it and I was like,
You gotta
my-
chug it down.
no, that's literally what I did. I just like chugged all of it down at once, and I was like, I
It
am a
gives you all that
god.
energy to like
Yeah.
drink the rest, right? That's what it does.
Yeah.
And then you're amped up, and then you die.
I think that
Die.
that fucking Mountain Dew energy drink had enough sugar in it to kill a man. I'm sure, but I took that shit, chugged that down, pumped out my philosophy final, and ran it. This was like fucking 2 years ago at Sam. But speaking of
Power up. That's that student life.
yeah, speaking of powering up and at Sam stuff, I hosted a tournament for my school. It's still happening as of the scheduling of this podcast. I basically I mentioned it on the pod before. I used to be a like top 500 like challenger Pokemon player. Started playing the franchise since I was like 3. Really big fucking nerd. So I wanted to like try and find people like who shared that kind of similar interest, like IRL, because I'm kind of like I'm sociable and I make a lot of friends. But I'm friendly, but I don't make a lot of friends. So it's like I'm on good terms with a lot of people, but I don't actually hang out. And then the entire server, including Booher, was like, touch grass, make friends, nerd. And I was like, all right, I'll go.
Grass isn't healthy for you.
I'll go play with the other kids. So I decided to host a tournament. I talked to the president of the Sam Houston Esports Association, got one set up, and I got 8 people to play. BO3 round robin for the first group stage, and then double elim bracket, which will happen hopefully this weekend. And included in them was like a couple of like people who weren't very familiar, a couple of people who were like gold-ish, and a good friend of the podcast, Mr. Stay Cranky, otherwise known as Whimsy now on his new IGN, or Josh, depending on what we decide to call him on that day. And cool thing about that tournament, Booher, is Cranked actually went undefeated besides for the first place opponent. And then at the end of the 8-round round robin, he was he was tied for 6-1. But
Sweet choke.
yeah, so he went for the BO1 tiebreaker, and so the way that Pokemon works is that you have moves that are like super effective that do bonus damage, Pokemon that do neutral damage, right? And if the move is if you're same type, it does like bonus damage. So Crank did not go for the same type attack bonus move because he was predicting an opponent switch, even though his opponent didn't show him any Pokemon that'd be able to resist it. So he choked, he misses out on damage on 10%, his main win condition gets chunked, and then he loses the match. And I was like,
wow.
Craig, no, you can't do that, man. You can't.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, he's doing good though.
Yeah, he's still in. For those of you who don't know, because I kind of glossed over it, and for Booher, random battle tournament, you can think of it kind of like Arena in Magic the Gathering, or like ARAM in League of Legends. You basically just get a bunch of random Pokemon with randomized movesets based on like an average of the competitive meta, right? So it's not one competitive moveset, it's like the play rate of each individual move that gets picked. So sometimes you get like abominations of like whatever Pokemon, and the weaker Pokemon are higher level, strong Pokemon are lower level to like balance out the stats. So in that format, you actually have to adapt a lot, and you have to like know your hand, know your opponents, and like gauge them out from there. And a lot of people they were better than I thought they were, honestly. For people who aren't familiar, like one person, Fibstick, got like 2-0'd in the first round, and then reverse swept like 2 games in a row back to back against like the top 4 seeds. And I was like, holy shit.
Are you sure they're not just like pressing buttons like I do?
They were improving. Like they're like doing things that were better. Like it was like the same pattern over and over again. So it wasn't like YOLOing it, but I am pretty sure some people just hit buttons like a monkey.
That's what I do. You know what would be really cool?
What?
We should just host random like different tournaments for different games on the server, and then we can co-host it.
I'd be down, honestly.
You can be the intellect. I can be the int.
True. Dude, did you see? I made the stream layout. I'll flash it on stream right here, but
right here.
Yeah, I made that layout by myself at like 3 a.m. Cause like let me tell you something, okay? So at Sam, there's like a couple people that I kind of like we're like friends, right? And one of them is like Ash, the support that we scrim against, right? She bought me a Sejuani skin for my birthday. It was really wholesome. She's like, you are a good friend of mine. I like you. Happy birthday. I got you RP. I didn't know what you'd like, so get yourself something nice. You deserve it. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. Cause like, you know, we're in college. It's not like we're exactly Jeff Bezos out here. So I got myself a Sedge skin, and she's like, oh my god, I knew it. I knew you'd buy that skin. I was gonna buy that one for you, but I wasn't sure. So I spammed the fuck out of Sejuani. I go from like P3, P2, and then I demote because of mental tilt. But besides that, besides that, yeah, I was like in call. I was like, yeah, I gotta set up the tournament like to record. And she was like, are you streaming? And I was like, no, I'm not planning on streaming because I don't think anyone will watch it. It's gonna be like 6 hours of Pokemon, and like I don't know if anyone's interested in it. And she's like, I'll watch it. You're hosting it, right? I'll show up to support you. And I was like, you don't have to if you don't want to, you know? She's like, no, I want to watch it. I was like, because her, like, 2 of her other friends are also in there. Like, Nathan, who we talked about earlier, and then her boyfriend. So she's like, I'll watch it, I'll show up. I was like, I don't know if I'll be streaming. She's like, oh, okay. Well, if you do decide to stream, I'll show up. I was like, I can't not now. I can't. You bought me the skin for my birthday. You're trying to show up to the stream. I don't even have a fucking Twitch channel. So I was like, fucking whatever. So I have to go figure out like the Twitch fucking UI. I have to go fucking figure out like how to set up like a graphic for the stream, like all that type of bullshit. So I'm like staying up from like 3 to 5 a.m. and then I wake up at like 9 the next day to let my dogs out, and I start like pre-recording and prepping the tournament for like 3 hours until 3, and then I'm casting the entire tournament by myself for like close to 6.5 hours. And every round, because I wanted people to play, because I'm a challenger player and they're like lower ranks, I was like, okay, they'll probably take longer to make their moves, and if I have them wait for each other one by one, this is gonna go on forever, right? So I'm casting 4 matches simultaneously and commentating and like calling play by play and like trying to predict what's gonna happen and like giving players feedback and stuff and organizing the tournament into the brackets because I didn't remember the group commands for tournaments, like to get people in the same room, set up matches like pre-made, that type of shit. So I'm doing all of that by myself for like 6.5 hours, and after that, I limped into the server and I was like, bro, my voice is shot. I can't. Commentating's different, man.
Why'd you DM me for help?
For help
I could
commentating?
have helped you with some stuff, or I could have just given you the Booher Dragon Twitch account.
It was 3 a.m. the previous day, bro. Like, what was I gonna do? You weren't even on.
3 a.m. is 1 a.m. for me. I was probably awake.
It was probably awake. I didn't want to summon you. Like, I was like, I gotta do it. So I set up my Streamlabs. I set up the fucking UI. I fucking commentated that shit. Shock's supposed to come on with me, cause I needed like, I wanted a layman to explain like things to make sure I didn't get too like lost in my own sauce, right? Because every competitive game has its own like terminology and like lingo and like all of like the basic understanding. So I was like,
You needed a dragon to your fire.
yeah, exactly. I needed to like bring someone along so I could like, hey, this is how it works, like as a proxy for audience, right? But Shox is like, bro, that shit's longer than I thought it was, and I could help you get prepped for the tournament, but I'm trying to get laid, so I'm out. Maybe next time. And I was like, you know what though? He was honest about it, and he knows what he wants out of life. I can't hate on that. So I was like, all right, bye, Shox.
My guy knows what he wants in life.
Bro, I just fucking did that shit by myself, and I think it ran pretty smoothly. Like, a couple of people in that tournament were like, oh, I never played Pokemon before, but it was really fun, and I'd join your tournament again if you host another one. And I was like, that's sweet. Brings a little tear to my eye. I'll probably edit it down and make it into highlights. If you want to check out the full VOD, it'll be linked in the description down below at INT Torchbearer at twitch.tv/INT Torchbearer. And maybe I'll post them to this channel or its own channel. I don't know yet.
Do whatever.
Do whatever? Yeah.
You can do whatever you want with this channel.
Yeah, it's our channel, comrade. Indeed.
All you do like a thing where you have like them build their own teams, but you have it like from a very specific pool of Pokemon.
Oh, I have a second format. So there's a format in Pokemon Emerald for a mini game that I really love. It's called Battle Tent, right? So the idea is you get 6 randomized Pokemon, and every time you beat an opponent, you steal one of theirs. So you just commit theft, and you just run around until like it's like kind of like a Slay the Spire like paths kind of thing, until you reach like the end and you win like a big prize. So I was like, that would be really sick to host like semi-casual competitive players, because I'll give them a team of random Pokemon, but their skill expression and like what they make the movesets and like how they train them and like what they're thinking about, but they don't get to see their opponents. So you kind of just have to try your best to prepare for everything. And then if you beat an opponent, you steal one of theirs. So there'll be like some drama where it's like, this is my favorite Pokemon, I'm so glad I got it, and then you lose and it's like ripped away from you, and you see it like on the enemy team or some shit. Or like one weak bitch loser Pokemon gets like passed around forever. Because you don't swap, your Pokemon gets stolen. So if you have, so let's say I beat you, right? And I steal one of your Pokemon. That's mine now, and you're just missing a guy, right? You get to re-roll a different Pokemon. You don't switch with me. You get a re-roll on a random. So my Pokemon that gets replaced is just like perma-deleted.
This is gone?
Yeah, it's just gone.
It's kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's just that it just dies.
It's supposed to be a kid's game, man.
Yeah.
Why are
But
they just dying like that?
yeah, there's different rules for it, but that's the one I want to run with because I think it'd be funny. Because that way you get more Pokemon in the pool instead of having people switch back and forth. But it might be easier to have them just trade Pokemon so that there's no delay. To be honest, I'm not sure how I want to run it, but that format sounds fun as fuck to me. I think it'd be really interesting.
Cool. I like that one. That one sounds fun.
Yeah, the Battle Tent. You could probably join and fucking do damage, honestly.
I have a battle tent.
Yeah? Pan the camera down or what?
every morning. It's ready for action.
Let's go. But
oh no.
Besides that, I've been getting coached in League. I hit P2. I peaked. I mentioned it earlier. I peaked P2. Like all the other kids. Except not really, because Nika peaked P1. I think you did too, and so did Crank. So I'm like a little bit behind.
No, I peaked P2.
Woo!
I think
P2.
Crank peaked P2 too.
Crank said P2, P1. He doesn't remember. Nika peaked P1.
I think it was P2 because I think we peaked at the same spot and then just gave up.
You left. He gave up. Those are different. You actually just said, "I'm bored. Goodbye. I'm leaving."
It was too easy to climb.
It's too... Yeah. Now you're just done, like Thanos on his happy little farm. But
My work here is done.
I got what's bullshit is I got promoted into P2. I was like duo wing with like someone from Sam, right? We were doing pretty well. It was like a hectic game, right? I get into P2, and because he's a former diamond player, right? And I was like win streaking. We get into a platinum 1 lobby. It was like P1, P1, D4, P1, P1, and on my team it's like him and I at like P2, right? And P3, P4, P1. I was like, this is bullshit. The game was so fucking hectic. Literally,
Epic.
people were perma fighting. It felt like the video game version of like literally drowning. I was like, I couldn't think. I couldn't like
Once
plan
you get
things
to
out.
high plat, it pulls people from like diamond to low plat.
Yeah, it was just a knife fight, bro. There was like 2 deaths per minute in this like fucking 30-minute game. People were just fucking running at each other. I was like
Yeah,
so
that's how it
confused.
should
I
be.
couldn't think. I was like, fuck.
That's how it should be.
And then
That's the League of Legends I like.
And then I got so tilted because I was like dizzy, bro. I was like, I don't understand what's happening, bro. Things are just moving too fast. I always thought I was a macro player. I like reading the map, bro. I played like shit. I was like, maybe I'm just fucking bad. And then I tried to like force myself out of my playstyle to carry. Play Lilia, suck, major cock.
Just nope, not
Fucking
good.
0-6 Lilia, fucking like, and then like fucking demote back down to P3. I'm like, it's okay. I'll fight back. Demote down to P4. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. Goodbye. And then getting coached by Nathan again, and I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I play Death in League. Like I don't have audio on. And he's like, why though? You're so bad. No, don't do that. And I was like, but
It's awful. I don't understand how you play like that.
yeah, he was yelling at me about it, and I was like, well,
It's actually so bad.
I hit P2 with it though. We peaked the same way, and I played Death. So what does that have to say, huh? No.
I play blind.
Perfect. I also play mute too. I don't have my chat on and I don't ping. And he's like, you need to learn how to ping like more to get your teammates to listen, and you need to have sound on. So he made me run
No, that's
drills
gross.
today. I have to learn how to
Those
CS with
people
Ash with audio.
Talking to League players is gross.
Yeah, he said I have to ping. I don't have to have chat on, but I have to learn how to ping. And then all of our coaching, like every time he tries to coach me in game, sometimes I listen, but sometimes I just tilt because I'm like, damn, you're right, I am playing bad, and like my confidence just like withers, and I play worse. He's like, fuck it, we just need to do VOD review for you now. Like you don't do live coaching that good. Protect your mental.
Adapt. You want to hear something real stupid
Yeah, let's go.
that I found out the other day? So
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
several friends that work at Subway, right?
Yeah.
And one of them was telling me, I had no idea about this. One of them, my friends, was telling me, because he was talking about, he's worked at Subway for a long time, right?
Yeah.
He's worked at Subway for like 5 years.
Mhm.
I think he worked at one location for like 3 and then a different one for like 2.
Uh-huh.
The one he's currently at for like 2 years.
Mhm.
And then there's something happening where like a district manager came to like check on his store or whatever, yada yada. I don't remember how we got on the subject, but I was talking about how he worked at the other Subway. And then he was like, "Oh no, that's a different company."
What?
And I was like, "What do you mean it's a different company? It's Subway." He was like, "No. He was like, all the Subways in the valley, we call it the valley. It's like Las Vegas plus Henderson, like that whole valley.
Mhm.
He was like, no, all the Subways in the valley are owned by 2 different companies." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, it's because this and I got more light on it back in from when I told my roommate this story, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember this." So I guess back in the day, before Subway actually came to Vegas, it was like this family, this guy signed a contract with Subway to get full rights to all the Subways in the valley.
Mhm.
Right? So like he was the only one allowed to build Subways. But it cost like all his money, and he was like poor. Like him and his family were like literally living inside like a van or something like that.
Mhm.
Until that first Subway was built. And then they got that first Subway built, and then like the rest is like history, right? Like they became really successful and like built them all over the place.
Mhm.
My friend was telling me the reason why, because literally out here, I think it's the same like for most places, but out here there's like a legit reason for it. Because here there's a Subway on every street corner.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's a Subway on this corner, there's gonna be another one across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that is because the husband and wife got divorced. And part of their divorce is that they split all their Subways in half and split the rights to build Subways in half.
Mm-hmm.
So they build them next to each other, literally just to compete with each other. And I was like, that is so stupid.
That's the pettiest bullshit ever.
I was like, that is the dumbest thing I've heard all day.
Honestly, though, you gotta admit that's kind of based.
I'm like, wow, okay. So I found out that the store he's working out right now, there's literally like 3 other Subways right next to it, and then they're building a new one. Those are all owned by the wife. So it's like the one husband store surrounded by like all the wife's.
It's like that one meme with the girl.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
Dude,
though,
it's
holy
so
shit.
stupid. I was like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah, they literally just build them next to each other just to compete with each other.
For those of you who don't know, Dungeons and Dragons is a it's kind of like a co-op like improv tabletop storytelling game, right? So you have like your dice that determine the
People
odds.
don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is. They shouldn't be watching our channel.
We don't
They've
talk
lost
about
my
D&D that
respect.
much. What the fuck?
I don't care. They've lost my respect. They should
What?
know.
What the fuck?
Disowned.
Disowned?
The dragon disowns you.
The Booher dragon. You just get a notification in the mail. Like you just fucking open it up. It's just you with the thumbs down. You have been disowned.
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 You're done.
No, but Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop role playing game where like the dice determine your odds. It's like a cooperative like improv type of thing, right? And so I've always been interested in that because I'm a theater kid. Plus I like writing a lot. Plus I like fucking friendship a lot. Fucking on that wholesome shit. And I was like, oh, I should get into DMing. So I decided to do Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And so now I'm like, oh, it's summer. Like I want to try and get it set up. So I've been reading through the module, trying to figure out how the official campaign does. Because I really, really want to do a homebrew Dungeons and Dragons campaign at least once. Because I think it's a fun writing tool. It's a fun creative outlet. And it gets people like coming around, like hanging out, doing something that's like not League of Legends. Because we've been playing League for a while, and I'm gonna be kind of honest. Like the shine and luster is starting to wear off a bit.
I'm finally done with League.
Yeah,
It's happened. I never thought it would.
I'm starting to get there. I'm only still here because it's like a social
I
game.
still love
with
it.
some
I like
people.
playing it, but I think I enjoy playing it a lot more now that I don't play it as much.
Yeah.
Because I used to say I would never quit League of Legends, and I still haven't. I still don't think I'll ever like fully stop playing League, but now I'm like done with the League like mindset. Now I just hop on just to play whatever with like the boys and like one. I mean I've been doing that for a while now.
Yeah.
But even then, like I was even when I was just playing with the boys, I've been like.
You
I was
tossed in
still
a couple
lost
of ranked
on
games
how
here
to
and
play.
there. You're like, yeah, I gotta keep
Well,
up.
even that now I'm just like, if I don't want to play League, I'll just hop off. Be like, all right, I'm done. I played my League game for the day. I'm done.
You like fucking
Or
clock in
before, I
like a
just keep grinding
prisoner.
it out.
Yeah. I'm still there. I wanted to peak around the same elo as the boys, and then what really brought back League for me, because I was already thinking about like walking away, because I left like during that year off, like I didn't play a lot of League, I didn't really care about it. But what really made me care about League was fucking scrims. Scrims are fun as fuck for me. I don't know if you feel the same way, but that's a whole different game than League.
Scrims is different. That's not League of Legends.
That's not League of Legends. It just uses the
That's
same
not my
play.
League of Legends.
That's my League of Legends, bro. I loved that shit. That shit was fun. Scrimming against
It's not
Sam.
my League of Legends.
It's not your League of Legends.
It's not mine.
Is this where you tell me you don't want to scrim anymore or what?
No, I really like Scrims. That's why. It's not League of Legends.
Yeah. Fucking, I'm trying to set up a scrim against like a full like diamond team at Sam, or like people who are friends at people from Sam, but both of our ADCs would be playing on the enemy team, because Nathan's an autofilled jungler from like D2 peak playing AD for our team, and the sub is an like a 4-role challenger player, autofilled like playing ADC. So
I can see.
yeah, but then who's our top laner? We're missing a guy.
I can do that too.
No.
I could no game, no life it and play with my feet.
No, you're not gonna no game, no life at playing with your feet, Brandon. We just need to find a guy.
Have you watched the new Doctor Strange movie?
I haven't actually. I've been meaning to, but all there is like the shitty webcam like pirates, and I don't want to do that.
Well, you pirate your movies?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's illegal.
Yar.
You wouldn't steal a car.
Those ads were so ass, bro. That doesn't make sense at all.
They actually scared me when I was a kid.
Bro, I didn't care at all. I bootlegged
Dude, they had
movies.
the guy on the computer hacking, like, this is how we pirate movies.
Now ignore the hacker computer, man, bro. It's time
It's funny
to
because when
change.
those ads came out back in the day, they would like burn the DVD of the original movie onto other DVDs, right? Like that's
Yeah.
how they pirated back in the day, because like
Yeah.
the internet,
Yeah,
it wasn't available on the internet like how it is now.
yeah.
But so it's funny when they show the hacker guy going like, that's not how, because that's not how you burn CDs at all. You put the CD in, you click burn.
And then
You're
just,
not going. You're
yeah,
not going
you
in
just
for
you just
paint
you just kind of sit there, like you go up, get a snack, you know, take a nap, walk around, you see these burn, you're done. Bro,
Yeah, what's like? All right, sell that for like $20. Cool.
bro, when I was a little kid, my mom, because we were like, we weren't in like the best area, so there was a guy selling movies and stuff. My mom was like, I want to take my kids out to the movies, but it's expensive. So we got like a bootleg like CD, and it had like 100 something movies in it. And I remember like the first movie on the track, it said like it was like some superhero movie, right? But it lied to me. It was not a superhero movie. It was G-Force with the superpowered
Let's
hamsters.
go, G-Force! Bro, have
Yeah, the
movies,
superpowered
baby.
bad CGI hamsters just running around.
Super powered like guinea pigs and
Yeah.
hamsters.
Yeah,
It's
just
going
fucking running
crazy.
around. I was like, why? Why is this here?
Dude, I'm gonna watch G-Force now.
Bro, I was like, what is that doing there? It was like
Dude,
a bunch
there's
of all those
scripts.
bootleg burnt CDs, and that
That's
was
funny.
that was an era. I don't even remember like how we transferred out of it now that I think about it, because like I remember so
Well, it's just-
clearly internet was magical, and just like bootleg CDs were like the norm, and then now like I just pirate shit on my computer, and it's like when the fuck did this jump
Well, I
happen?
mean, it all kind of happened at the same time, you know, like when
Yeah.
Redbox got flipped out for Netflix and like DVDs
Oh,
just started dying
fuck.
CDs. Same for video games.
Yeah, and Blockbuster dying and shit,
Like we
bro.
don't use DVDs. Like I'm literally like as I'm rearranging my room, I like have all these like DVDs for or not even DVDs, whatever, game discs.
Yeah.
Right? For all my old games. I'm like, dang. Trailer for the new Avatar movie.
Oh, fucking cringe. I
The
don't care.
no, not Avatar, not with Ong.
But Ong, I don't care.
That
Still,
one.
still cringe. They have to prove it to me. Is it actually good?
No, I'm talking about like the new Avatar with what's his name, Steven Spielberg Avatar, the blue people.
Yeah, they still have to prove it to me though. That I saw Avatar in like the theaters when I was a little kid, bro. I was lost. I was
Bro,
like,
because you watched it when you were a little kid. Have you not watched it recently?
that shit looks like mega ass in hindsight, bro. I was like, I
You
don't
gotta
care.
do a movie night. It's so good.
The last Avatar, bro.
No, not that one. I just told you it's the one with the blue people.
Yeah, I know the last Avatar before the sequel is what I meant.
No, it's not called The Last Avatar.
No, the last Avatar movie with the blue people before the sequel that's coming out. Like, that's
Oh, you're saying before The Last Avatar. Yes.
yes. No, yeah, I want to watch Ong again, bro.
No, not all.
Why don't you like Ong? That kid probably got so much shit for that. That was not
I
his
know,
fault.
probably feels bad, man.
He tried his fucking best, man. He just showed up. Fucking yeah. I don't know. I don't keep up with movies a lot though. I just haven't really
I do.
cared for them.
I'm hyped for it. I'm gonna be watching the new Jurassic Park movie that comes out, but the new Avatar movie, I think it looks butts and good at the same time.
Define butts and good at the same time.
Well, cause I don't think it's gonna be good, but I know I'm gonna like it. Just cause it's Avatar. I've been waiting for this movie for like 8 years, all right, or like 10 years. I think it came out in 2012.
Okay, but why though?
Because the first one was really good.
What with fucking tree hippies and the guy body swapping with like a dead corpse?
Yes.
And then running around with like the CG like Velociraptor dragon things and like
Dude, that
other
movie
Blue
aged
Indians.
super well. The CG is still good. It's obviously not great compared to like today's CG, but it's still really good.
I'm looking at it now on the other screen. It looks okay. Yeah, it looks good. Looks okay.
It was the first movie to be filmed in completely 4K,
Yep.
fully through and through 4K.
Bro, I remember getting bored.
I'm just saying, there's a reason why it's the #1 like grossing film in the world.
No, it's not
For-
anymore, I think. I think it got dethroned.
I think something else was coming up on it. I don't remember what it was.
I think Endgame was coming up on it. I don't remember if Endgame won.
10 years. They like having the title for 10 years. That's pretty good.
Oh no, they still have it. Endgame was 100 million short.
Let's go.
So it is the most profitable movie. Very big Peter Poggers, if I do say so myself. Yeah, what else have you been up to, Booher?
Saving my money. Life is so expensive, man.
Oh,
These
yeah.
pistachios, right? This was $5 for this little bit. It's 8 ounces. I don't care how long it takes. Why are my pistachios
They
$5?
take 7 to 8 years to grow.
Don't care. If you haven't found us, we're human beings. If you haven't found a sustainable way to farm pistachios, which I know you have, and you're just charging $5, you're like, it takes 8 years to grow.
Well, fuck you! You're dead to me!
With all that out of the way, we burned through a lot of our stuff. You've just been busy at Starbucks and girlfriend and more IRL reconnection. I've just been trying to force myself outside of Sam, or outside of our friend group, into Sam, making more friends in real life and getting to know more people, playing a bit more League, studying for the LSAT, hosting the Pokemon tournament, which I will link down in the description below, and then I'll post the highlights wherever, just like we said before. Maybe I'll be able to rope Booher into coming with me and commentating as a layman. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But with all that out of the way, I think we can just call it here. This has been Full-INT. Thank you so much for watching. Howdy, bye-bye. Peace, Slate.
Peace, guys.
Bye.